Pushparaj Deshpande explain Rahul Gandhi going to the United States and virtually suggesting that India is a country which is heading in a very dark direction, and then contrasting it with China, where he says that China's got its economics right. What is Rahul Gandhi trying to suggest there?
Hi Rajdeep, thank you for having me on your show, and a very good evening to our panelists and viewers. Firstly, even though Prime Minister Modi covertly asserts, which the BJP overtly amplifies, BJP is not India and India is not BJP, nor is Pradhan Mantri Modi l'état suprême. Factual and objective criticism of our elective government is not criticism of India, not in parliament, not in media, not elsewhere. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the Rahul Gandhi is not glorifying China. He is basically just making a structural point that we need to enhance our manufacturing base and not exclusively rely on consumption. That India first needs to catch up with China, Vietnam, and Bangladesh, and then outstrip them. That is how we will address our employment problem. That's what he's talked about. Now, the fact of the matter is, in doing this, he's also talking about the fact that Make in India, manufacturing under Prime Minister Modi has failed. The GVA for manufacturing was 17% for 25 years since 91. It dropped for the first time for 5 years from 2016 till a low of 13% in 2021. It has picked up after that, but it's in spite of the Modi government's policies, not because of that. Now, the fact of the matter is this has happened because Prime Minister Modi and BJP focused on capital-intensive industries and not labor-intensive industries. So what Rahul Gandhi is doing is leading India by giving the nation an inspiring vision. By saying India wants to lead in manufacturing, he's signaling to large conglomerates to come and make in India. That's true leadership, not whatever the BJP is spinning. That's the first point I wanted to make. Secondly, let's objectively analyze what Leader of Opposition Rahul Gandhi said in Dallas yesterday. He said, and I'm quoting verbatim, that the BJP is attacking India's languages, states, and histories. All three are factual. The BJP has engineered the collapse of state governments and is starving them of funds. Similarly, BJP has removed scientific facts from textbooks. Similarly, the BJP is imposing one language, one leader, one party on India. Similarly, he also said that any Indian who understands that attacking the constitution is also attacking our religious traditions. Millions of progressive Indians agree with him in asserting that BJP is undermining India's constitutional values, our institutions, and our social fabric. Many Hindus also feel that BJP is misusing our faith for electoral ends. That is why this election, Ayodhya, Shirdi, Sitapur, Rampur, Kolhapur, Rameshwaram, Badrinath have all voted against BJP. That is also why Shankaracharya and other Dharm Gurus, Mats and Ashrams are critiquing the BJP. Also, Rajdeep ji, even while criticizing the RSS and the BJP, not once did Rahul ji say that he dreams of an RSS or a BJP Mukt Bharat. He simply said that he disagreed with their idea of India and efforts to constrict India in that image.
So you're saying that Rahul Gandhi has used this occasion to, in a way, showcase his idea of India. Am I broadly correct? That this is his idea of India, his vision of which direction the Indian economy should go and which direction India's politics should go. Sanju Verma.
As well as progressive Indians.
Sanju Verma, immediately the BJP's reaction has been that Rahul Gandhi is going abroad and missing and insulting the country. Are we to say that he is not entitled to his viewpoint? You have every right to disagree with him. But why suggest it is insulting India? He is entitled to his vision of India, which may be diametrically opposite to yours.
Rajdeep, I heard the Congress panelist's point of view. He was not interjected even once, and this is a very sensible debate you're having on a very sensitive issue. Let me put forth my views, and please feel free to question me, and let the Congress feel free to rebut me back. First and foremost, there is this famous saying by Benjamin Franklin: every fool can criticize, complain, or condemn, and most fools often do. I'm not alluding to Rahul Gandhi. I'm not going to be another Sam Pitroda and say Rahul Gandhi is not a pappu. Whether he is a pappu or not, that let your audience judge. But I'll make a few very important points. Rahul Gandhi has every right to have his vision of India. But Rahul Gandhi has no business peddling absolute lies and gibberish. And I'll tell you why, Rajdeep. He says, look at the Chinese model. He says there is no unemployment in China. Rahul Gandhi, the latest figure is this. The youth unemployment in China is at a record high of 21.3%. Point number one. Point number two. This data that I'm going to give, you can cross-check it, Rajdeep. This is not consumer not going data offer hack. Very quickly in 20 seconds. GDP growth average in the last 3 years, China between 3.5% to 4%, India 8.36%.
2.2% last 3 years. India 6.5 to 7.5%. Gross fixed capital formation as percentage of GDP, 31.2% India, 40% China, but gross fixed capital formation growing at a rate of only 1.9%. In India, growing at the rate of 22.8%. Agriculture growth, China, 0.1% growth only. Average growth in India, 4.5%. Mining growth in China, minus 0.1%. Mining growth average in India, 18.6%. Services growth in China, average 3% in last 3 years. In India, average growth 8.7%. And the most important point is this, because construction accounts for about 32% of China's GDP. Construction is growing at the rate of 20%, and the construction sector has seen a drop from the highs 2021 by 55% plus. Construction sector, on the other hand, in India is growing at 12%. And I will just tell the Congress this. In 1991, we had to mortgage 47 tons of gold with the Bank of England to merely secure $400 million. Today, our forex reserves are at an all-time high of $682 billion. The entire GDP of Vietnam is $431 billion. We can buy a Vietnam and still have some change left. The entire GDP of Bangladesh is $455 billion. We can buy a Bangladesh and still have some change left. My last point, Rajdeep, please bear with me 20 seconds more. The biggest collapse of a real estate giant in the world, not in China alone, the biggest collapse of a real estate giant, and the giant is from China. This giant has filed for bankruptcy and liquidation. The name of this Chinese company is Evergrande, Evergrande. Despite two black swan events, the COVID pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine conflict, not a single Indian bank in the last 2.5 years or a single NBFC has gone kaput or gone bankrupt. And the biggest Chinese cement maker has also filed for liquidation. The biggest shadow banking giant.
Ma'am, I heard you patiently. I've heard you very patiently, ma'am. I've heard you very patiently without interrupting. You've tried to give us your perspective.